Marcos Villegas here with Amir Khan, who's retired. First off, man, it was great to cover you in your career, honestly, because you were a guy that always put it on the line, and you had such a big heart. Speaking of the retirement, man, what's the one thing you love the most about being retired?
You know what? I just love that I don't have to wake up in the morning, go for a run. I don't have to watch my weight. And now that I don't need to watch my weight. I want to hit the gym. I want to keep lean. And I want to be remembered as a guy who's fit and not put weight on and let himself go. Also, the hard runs, like I'm training, but I'm enjoying training now. Whereas before, I didn't really enjoy training because I was always putting myself in under so much stress, pushing myself. And I hate it. Not many people like training. I used to hate training, but I used to do it because I used to win me fights. But now I'm enjoying the gym. I go into the gym and I do nice, easy sessions just to keep me ticking over. And I feel good, man. I feel happy, and knowing that I don't have to make weight again, knowing that I can eat what I want, and God's been kind. I've had a brilliant boxing career, made a lot of money in the sport. Now it's time to do other things, and I got my own TV show now. I do a lot of commentating on boxing, so I'm keeping myself busy. Yeah.
When did you, like you said, like you hated training camps? Like, was that like from the very beginning, or was there at a point you remember where you're like, towards the end?
Yeah, towards the end, and I think that's when I kind of realized that maybe there's other things that are coming in my mind and other things I want to rather do instead of me being stuck in a training camp. There was a massive distractions. The name was getting bigger in America and all around the world, but then I had to be stuck in a training camp. And I think it was the distractions and everything else. It just got too much. Like I said, having 40 fights as a professional, being in the game since the age of 17 in the spotlight, being professional from the age of 19 onto 35 years old. I've had a very long career, and I'm happy the way it's gone. But I could feel and see towards end of my career when I retired, I could see that the love for the sport had disappeared. I didn't love the sport anymore. I was just doing it just to because I had that many fans always tweeting me, messaging me saying, "We want to see you fight again." And it's like I was fighting for the fans then. I wasn't doing it for my own love.
Is the fire like completely gone now, or is there still like a little bit?
It's gone, literally. Yeah, honestly, I'm quite happy that I'm retired. I never knew when to call it a day. Yeah. I would have always kept on boxing till probably something would have happened and I'm not allowed to fight. That's the type of person I was. It was just after the Kell Brook fight, I kind of just didn't feel like, even when I was walking to the ring, it's like I didn't want to be there. I was walking and thinking, I can't wait for this to be over. And honestly, that's what happened. I was walking to the ring and I'm like, okay, it must have been about 10 o'clock at night time. And I was like, within 2 hours, by 12 o'clock, I'll be back in my hotel room in my bed, chilling out. The fight's over, and I thought, and 2 hours goes by quick. So all I had that in my mind. I wanted the fight to be over with. For a week of the fight, I was like so bored. But I trained so hard, don't get me wrong. Like Bomac, Crawford and the team kicked my ass so hard. Like I was in the best shape ever, but like I said, when you're mentally not there. But look, the better man won on the night, and that was an indication I needed for me to walk away. Imagine I went in that fight, I won that fight. I don't think I would have ever retired. I would have kept on fighting and fighting until you're going to get hurt. And I think it was like a wake-up call for me to say, walk away from here.
You mentioned Terence, just your reaction to the Spence fight and him not made this year. What did you think of that?
Shame, because I know what it feels like when you want to fight someone and you're waiting and waiting. It happened with me, Floyd Mayweather. It happened with me and Manny Pacquiao. So it happened with a lot of fighters like that. But and also it happened with me and Tim Bradley early when I was like that was a bit there. So
there was a lot of animosity there between you and him too.
Animosity because it would have been an undisputed unification fight. We both had 2 titles each. And but it was I could feel what Crawford, because Crawford's probably thinking that, look, I'm getting older and I want to get this fight out with. Look, I could see probably Crawford's like same age, a year younger than me, but he's like 35, but I'm sure he doesn't love the sport as much as he did maybe 5-10 years ago. He's getting older as well. I'm sure he wants to cash out now, beat the biggest name in boxing in the welterweight division, which is Spence. Once he beats him, he's known as the best fighter. You know what I mean? There's no one else better, in my opinion. I think at the moment, that's only one name that's hanging there, is Spence. People don't know who's going to win that fight. Is it Spence or is it Crawford? It would be a massive fight. It'd be a fight even I'll fly out to see that fight because, being a boxing fan, now I want to sit ringside and analyse and enjoy the nights. But, yeah, if it doesn't happen, I think it's going to be real bad. You know, we need it to happen because both fighters are getting older, and I think people are just going to get frustrated and lose love for that fight and then go on to another fight. We don't want to lose love for that fight because that's a fight everyone wants to see.
Given your experience fighting Terence, how do you like his chances in that fight against Spence?
I got Terence winning that fight unanimously. Yeah, not by stoppage because I see Spence is a very tough, tricky fighter. I think he just breaks down a fight so easily, does Crawford. I remember with the speed I had, bang, 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 I'm throwing them combinations in, and he was making me miss by inches, and then just moving back and tapping me, and just catching me every time, catching me with little shots and frustrating me. And I thought to myself, wow, this guy, he's so precise, and his timing was on point. Obviously, after the fight, I went and joined his camp, and we spoke about it, and even at times I just sit there and watch him train, how he trained, and he's so precise. Like he is probably one of the best fighters I've ever seen. He reminds me a little bit of Andre Ward. I used to watch and just stand and watch him train on shadowbox, and the way he does things slow, and every punch it means something. And I could see that in Crawford as well. That's why both of them are probably in our era, our generation of boxing, are one of the best fighters, and they are one of the best out there. But it was amazing to share camp with him and to be back in America again as well. Because I love being in America, training over there, doing all the press, media, fights over there. But obviously because the fights were more in England after that, it was just nice just to go there and do a training camp.
Obviously looking forward, if the Spence deal comes back went into negotiations and it is the same, should we maybe expect something similar to this, maybe like a top 10 guy in a case where you get to kind of showcase your skills?
Well, we gotta wait and see. We can't overstep our boundaries. We don't know what is next. So we just gotta go to the drawing board and my phone stay on, and we ready for whoever.
If they come back and maybe it isn't Spence because of that deal has to whatever is different. Do you think the Jermell negotiations because I know you and Jermell have been kind of going back and forth. Do you think a Jermell Charlo negotiation will go different than the Errol Spence, obviously kind of same people?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. I only can speak for myself.
Terence, back over here. For you, and maybe Coach Bomack could answer this as well, is there a timetable for you in terms of weight division? If you can't get the Spence fight during a certain time, there's a timetable where you're going to go ahead and try to move up?
Y'all ready now? Because I'm tired of 47. I don't know. I feel like I can compete at 154. I feel like I'll be strong at 154 as well as 147. A lot of people say I'm small for 147, but I just feel like, with my strength and my skills and my mindset that, I can go up and weight and hang with the best of them.
No, not really. He made 47 pretty easy. Well, he made it look easy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I figured the man could do basically anything you want to do at 47 or 54. I mean, he's proven to the world that he is the pound for pound best. So if he chooses to go up to 54 for one fight, then come back down for 47, so let it be. That's what he want to do. And I don't think, me personally, I don't think nobody at 54 or 47 can beat him. It's as simple as that. The only question is, who's going to be willing to fight him? You don't see nobody calling out Bud. 54 or 47. So you're going to probably try to stall him out.
Probably move down to 35 and fight Shakur Stevenson.